tastes just like cherry cola. In the neon haze of a late-night club, Sam meets Lola, a woman whose presence promises to unravel everything he thought he knew about himself. In a smoky club just outside the city, Sam felt like he'd stepped into a different world. Music pulsed around him, bass thumping under his skin, and everything was blurred and vibrant. This was his first night out since turning 20, and he wasn't sure he fit into this wild scene until he saw her. She moved in the crowd like she owned it, every step and sway captivating him. Lola, her name felt like silk in his mouth when he introduced himself, drawn in by the curve of her lips and the deep, knowing look in her eyes. Lola didn't just talk. She wove words like spells, her voice low and magnetic, drawing him deeper into her orbit. Her laugh was warm, and she seemed to look right through him, as if she knew his every thought. They found themselves pressed together in the crowd, and Sam's pulse raced as he moved closer. Every accidental brush of her hand against his arm, every graze of her fingers down his neck felt electric. The dance floor blurred as the music pulsed through them, and they moved together, closer and closer, until Sam could feel her breath warm against his cheek, her eyes locking onto his. Outside the club, Lola took his hand, leading him through the cool, quiet night until they were alone under the streetlights. She looked at him, her expression softer, her fingers gently interlaced with his. "Sam, there's something you should know," she whispered, her voice low but steady. With a gentle smile, she explained that she was different from anyone he'd known, sharing her truth with the same warmth and honesty that had drawn him in all night. There was a vulnerability in her eyes, but beneath that, a quiet strength. Sam took a breath, his heart pounding, not out of hesitation, but out of an intense feeling he couldn't name. He reached up, brushing a strand of hair from her face, his thumb lingering on her cheek, his eyes fixed on hers. "Lola," he said softly, leaning in until their foreheads touched. "Nothing about this changes how I feel. I don't want the night to end." She smiled, her face lighting up, and they stood there, holding each other close in the silence, where words faded and connection remained. Sam felt her heartbeat against his, steady and real, and knew he'd found something rare and beautiful in that night. The beginning. True connection goes beyond appearances and expectations. Embracing authenticity and letting go of assumptions can open doors to meaningful, unexpected relationships. This story reflects my interpretation of the song Lola by the Kinks, where attraction, curiosity, and acceptance of difference lead to a deeper understanding of oneself and others. Sometimes the most important experiences come when we allow ourselves to move beyond initial judgments, appreciating people for who they truly are. The song Lola humorously and thoughtfully explores themes of gender identity, attraction, and surprise, capturing the narrator's journey from initial confusion to acceptance. The lyrics present the experience in a lighthearted way, but Lola was also groundbreaking for its time, touching on issues of sexuality and identity when such topics were rarely discussed in mainstream music. It became one of the Kinks' biggest hits and is often interpreted as a story about embracing differences and the fluidity of attraction.